Probably the main feature that has changed since episode 1 has been the viaduct, which is now more or less complete. The artwork for the arches came from modelrailwayscenery.com and I modified that. The bow bridge is made of basswood, which I scratch built to my own design. It's almost finished. The Monk Wearmouth Bridge we saw in episode 1, I've added the abutments based on the photographs. They're from basswood and my own stone sheets. And the trims come from a doll's house supplies, which I found at a local hobby shop. There are heavy card parapets throughout, and I've used scale seams, brick sheets to decorate those. We first go over a plate bridge of picots, which I've rusted and weathered. We then go behind a curved building, more of which later on. We pass next McKeever Mills, which I hope to complete shortly. We now go over the Crosstown Reverse, which is beneath the Bow Bridge. We can see that right now. More foreground to be added in due course. The wall posters have come from the internet. I modified them to suit and they've been individually cut and placed. They're appropriate to the early 50s era. There's a bit more detail requiring to finish this particular part of the viaduct. More posters again. The billboards feature entertainers who were famous at that particular time of the early 50s. And of course, we have the ubiquitous Bovril sign. This tunnel mouth is now done. I chose the date 1875 to celebrate the opening of the Bleemore Tunnel on the Settle and Carlisle line. As we look back on that tunnel mouth, you could compare it to the same shot or similar shot shown in episode 1. At the opposite end of that cutting is a plate girder bridge, scratch built from basswood and to my own design. The steps are made from 1/4 inch balsa stacked together. There are no handrails yet, as Dave Houth has pointed out, so I decided to call them the Houth steps. This horseshoe style tunnel entrance is my own design. It has stepped voussoirs and the 1875 entry date, of course. It lets us into a cutting that's got buttered walls which are curved and sloping. The stones are made from 16th basswood and heavy cardboard, mostly individually placed because of the curving profile. At the top of the helix, where we rejoin the main line, we can see there's more greenscaping and ballasting being done than was seen in episode 1. This curved building was designed to fit the curves of the track. It's made of artboard with basswood strips and my own stone sheets. This is a bird's eye view showing the greenscaping and ballasting that has been done. The building's not been affixed to the baseboard because I occasionally remove it to do more scenic work. The Heritage Steam Yard has now been ballasted and ground gritted. The grey building on the right hand side is of one that is opposite Keighley Station platform. It's my own photograph that I took during the Steam Gala a year ago while with Alan McKeever. A very happy memory. This Witherston tunnel entrance is yet to be finished before it's permanently installed. The grass is merely a test of my static grass applicator. The Worthewaite platforms have yet to be finished, as you can see. This area has been ballasted and ground gritted. Extra detail has been added to the walling, as could be seen when comparing this with episode 1. In years to come there will be a signal box and gantry. I'm undecided about choosing semaphores or lights. The former are sexier but more complex than the latter. We're sitting on the Sterling Singles buffer beam and we're heading for the turntable. We pass by Rocket, then through the loco yard, which is as busy as ever. This vintage movie was found in my archive, and extensive carbon dating has revealed that it was shot about 2 weeks ago, hence the deterioration. Those with a keen eye for detail would have noticed that the back scene buildings have been temporarily removed. There's more scenic work to be done. Our ride on the turntable is especially for young Amy, whose father, my cousin, told me she liked the turntable shots of episode 1. End of the ride, and so we depart. We now pass back by the yard. We pass by the sand tower, the coal tower and the ash pit. And we head to Witherston and then to platform 3 to be ready for duty. The Metcalfe building kit and also the Dent station building are only there for effect at the moment until I finish doing the necessary scenic work for the Heritage Steam Yard. We're now riding round from the steam yard and ultimately will end up in platform 1 at Worthewaite. That platform is normally used for the DMUs. One of the problems with the little camera that I use for this type of shot is that it is at a fixed focal length and aperture, and so we can see not everything is entirely in focus. We're now going to take a trip around the layout. We'll pass by the steam yard, we'll go through Witherston Station, and we'll be going down the helix, taking the helix reverse route and coming back up, passing back through Witherston and on towards Worthewaite. I hope that you'll be able to see some changes from what was done that could be seen in episode 1. Hope you enjoy the ride. As we move on to the peninsula, the connector comes in from the left, we cross the main line and then we enter the helix and pass down. When we've gone through the helix reverse, as you will see, we'll be coming directly up again, rejoin the main line in order to go and pass back through Witherston. We will pass by Haworth Steps on the left and go underneath the girder bridge. When Lee Ferris saw this bridge and saw also the 1875 date stones, he felt that the girder bridge should have the 2021 date stone put onto it. So I think I'm now going to call the girder bridge Lee Bridge. We're riding around the helix reverse, and the turnout ahead will enable us to rejoin the helix and head in the upwards direction, ultimately to rejoin the main line. We travel past Witherston Platform 2 and now head on past the Witherstone Yard. And so, back into Worthewaite Station, into Platform 3, and that is the end of our ride. And so we close with the Glasgow Diamond, gone but not forgotten.